Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Saturday to you all. Hopefully your weekends are off to a great start. Or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. We resume with the albums from the drops that we got last night with the mini album from the gentleman over at Xikers. Checked out the title track, which was, no pun intended, very good fun. Little bit into the spooky season now. Like, they really leaned into that, the kind of gritty attitude lace, but also a little bit spooky, and that's quite good fun indeed. And you know, considering this is my first Xikers release that I'm getting around to this year because I missed the previous album, I'm more than excited to get into this because I missed out on a little bit, and I'm very excited to hear what they have brought to the table. We've done their first two albums on here. We missed album number 3, and we're jumping on album number 4. I don't know if we'll ever get around to album number 3 on camera, but hopefully I can get in time to just listen to that at some point throughout the next however many before I forget about it again. But let's check out what the rest of this album has in store, shall we? Roll intro one time. Let's go. Right. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any lyric videos, but that's okay. I'm an ears first person when it comes to new music anyway, so even if we did get lyric videos, I probably wouldn't have taken in the lyrics themselves. It would have been nice to figure out who's who in terms of vocal wise, because I'm not very familiar. Well, actually, I'm not at all familiar with Xikers' lineup. So, oh well, we win some, we lose some. But in the meanwhile, let's get started with the album properly, shall we? Let me get the credits pulled up on the side. All right, let's get started. Track number 1, I believe this is an intro track. Yes, it is. Titled Watch Out. No lyrics, but composition. Oh, yes. Of course, this is an Edenary album, isn't it? Eden, Olander, Maddox, Olive, Pepperoni, and Door with the same on arrangement. I reckon we'll probably run through, like, you will get sick of me saying these names by the end of this, so let's get started. Wee bit loud. Pretty sure the beats are in 6/8. Yup. I love a song in 6/8. Just that natural lilt you get on a beat that's in 6/8 is so nice. Oh, bring that melody back in from Witch. There it is. Quite loud by the end of it. It was really loud at the end of it. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry if that blew out your ears a little, but what a great setup. And this is definitely one of those intro tracks where it's meant to connect directly into what's following it. Considering you have that dun 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 dun, like that same riff that we got from Witch's instrumental section is still there. We're establishing the spooky sensation right off the rip. That's very evident, right? Like, this is not holding back from the fact that we are going to lead into a slightly Halloween-y type song in Witch. And honestly, I still cannot get over the melody that I think that melody is just so kind of unnerving, but stylistically so perfect for what the song is supposed to do. Oh, it popped up in my dream last night, but I was loving life. Like, it wasn't meant to be like a scary nightmare or anything. I was just loving that riff so much. But it's definitely a song that makes an impact right away. Like, it's a song that, I mean, establishing the tone is one of the key things about an intro track. It does that perfectly. But it's the fact that it establishes the tone, sure, but it does it in a way where it's like, now that you know what you're in for, you're better prepared for what Witch is going to do to you. But I don't think it's like a little teaser into what you're going to get, and it doesn't reveal its hand right away. But that's also coming from someone who already knows what the next song is going to be. Had I not known what Witch was, like, Watch Out would have definitely set me up for it, but not take away the impact that Witch was going to leave on me as soon as that song started. Does that make sense? Like, I'm listening to the album out of order now because I know what the title track is. So I know, like, what's similar about the title track to the intro track. But I think had I listened to it originally, it wouldn't have been obvious until, like, we got into the title track itself and got that main hook back. And I like it. An intro track can be very divisive, but I like this one as a setup. And of course, the many times mentioned, which is track number 2. We've already spent time on it. We actually spent quite a good amount of time on it in MV form, so we won't listen to it here, but let me read off the credits very quickly. Track number 2, Witch, lyrics by Eden, Olive, Maddox, Door, Pepperoni, Olander, alongside members Minjae, Sumin, and Yechan. Composition and arrangement, Eden, Olander, Maddox, Olive, Pepperoni, and Door. So it's Edenary, Door, Olander, and a couple of, well, Maddox, and a couple of the pizza topping guys. So, which takes us to track on number 3, titled Back Off, lyrics by Eden, Olander, Maddox, Pepperoni, Olive, Balm, alongside members Minjae, Sumin, and Yechan. So are these 3 rap line in Xikers then? Considering, I mean, if this is an Edenary song, I'm assuming they're going to be written in a way similar to how 80s is, and usually on lyricists we will get Hongjung and Mingi on 80s. So are those 3 rap line in Xikers then? Anyway, who's composition, Eden, Olander, Maddox, Olive, and Pepperoni, same on arrangement. Alright, we're leaning hip-hoppy. Let me pull up this album on Genius too. Oh, let the beat step off for a second. Cool syncopation here.
Watch this.
Love that hold. It really just kind of sucks you in because the song goes into almost nothing there. And then it's that kind of older hip-hoppy type sound that admittedly I'm not very familiar with, but I enjoy listening to. It's quite good fun. Reset it completely. Instrumental's an octave higher though. Not anymore. Yeah, I might not be very familiar with rap and its intricacies, but I understand it from a rhythmic point of view, and Xikers, on this album alone, are doing a lot of cool syncopation stuff with the rap flows that's very satisfying for me to follow. Little action going on too. Oh, and there's the attitude too. Oh, it's like we're incrementally adding the instrumental section back. Okay. Yeah, we really are going to go in with the rhythm, with the bounce, for sure. Yes, this is admittedly a little bit out of my comfort zone in the genre of music, just because I don't really have any close affiliation is the wrong word, but any like close connection to this type of music. Didn't grow up on it. Don't really go out of my way and search for this type of music. Having said that, though, the fun factor and that it's the type of beat where you kind of puts a little bit of a stank face on and gets you up and moving, I understand immediately. I can feel that energy immediately. And for a song that really doesn't have a lot of melody in the top line, like kind of across the board, this song really leads into the rap top line, which is perfectly fine. I don't have any problems with it. It's just not the go-to type of music I would go out and search for. Having said that, what they do on the on the rap top line with all of the rhythm and rhyme stuff, especially on the rhythm side of things, is a lot of fun for someone who grew up listening to rock and pop and grew up playing classical. There's some really fun, complex rhythm stuff going on in there that tickle in my ears in a very fun way. Yeah, like I have no dance sense whatsoever, but if there's ever going to be a performance MV on this album, I would not be upset by getting back off with choreo, because I feel like there could be some crazy choreo to go along with this. And xikers have done performance videos in the past, so maybe they'll do one for back off. I don't know. Maybe they'll have one for another song. I don't know. Again, I haven't really kept up with xikers all that much this year, so I don't know what they've done, but I can see this having some fun choreo to go along with it. And choreo for which was already good fun, but any hoosers, let's keep her moving. Track number 4, titled Bittersweet, lyrics by Eden, Olander, Maddox, Pepperoni, Olive, Balm, as members Minjae, Sumin, and Yechan. Composition Eden, Maddox, Olander, Pepperoni, Olive, and Quan. Quan, that's a new name I haven't come across before. Arrangement Eden, Quan, Olander, Pepperoni, and Olive, so no Maddox. We're going back to rock xikers. Okay. It's got a kind of skipping action to it, which is cool. It's got like a swung beat. I guess we're kind of retaining that spooky element again? Hello, opera section. It really does kind of feel like a rockified sibling of Witch, because that also had like the big operatic moments in the vocal section. Bittersweet has a little bit of a spooky sensation to it in certain places. Very prominent melody though. Was that the guy that I commented about yesterday on the MV with the really cool tone? It sounds like it. Yeah, this song skips so wonderfully. It just glides on the beat. And that just one little operatic interjection adds to a dramatic effect. Hello! It's almost as if... It's almost like the rap section in the bridge went free meter because all the beat just dropped off to start. Ooh, that was cool. Oh, we don't get the shouting section? Oh, come on now. Wait, I really enjoyed that. Wait, that was fun. Ooh, hold on a second. I think Bittersweet already, like, after the first couple of measures, was already off to a great start, considering my favorite xikers title that they'd done up until this point. Well, discounting which is Do or Die. I love the kind of almost blitzkrieg pop direction, like the really just a fast punk rock sound that they did on that album was such good fun. And to get a little bit of a rock swing in Bittersweet, I'm always gonna like that. You know, I grew up on rock music. Whenever we get rock, I think it's a great time. And when you kind of relate it back to a sound of theirs that they did previously that I really liked, I was already gonna be on board for it. But I cannot get over just how well this song skips along. It goes forward with such nice, consistent pacing that you can't help but really just kind of go along with it, and it's really good energy. The guitar riff in places kind of reminds me of why can't I remember the name of that song? Oh god. But especially if you grew up in like America or in the West and you went to sporting events, you know exactly what song I'm talking about. But yeah, there's a cool kind of anthem-y vibe in places. That rap verse in the bridge though was kind of went off a little bit. Like when the beat kind of goes away, it lets the rapper really take the reins and do whatever they want with it. And then that beat slowly creeps back in again. And for a brief moment, you're left in suspension of what's gonna happen now, because there's no sense of timing anymore. That's very clever. It's a very captivating moment. And then to kick up that final chorus one gear higher in the vocal section as well, always gonna be a great time. That modified final chorus is always going to be a great time. I like that one. Well, let's keep moving now. Track number 5, Sandcastle. Lyrics by Eden, Olive, Maddox, Door, Pepperoni, Olander, with members Minjae, Sumin, and Yechan. Composition, Eden, Olander, Maddox, Olive, Pepperoni, and Door, same on arrangement. We're retaining the electric guitar a little bit, but it feels anthem-y. It's actually really fast. Xikers really know how to balance that aggressive rap with the really flowy melody. They balance each so well. Is this the chorus? I'm gonna guess false drop? Or delayed drop, I guess? It is a delayed drop. They had me worried on that chorus drop, but we got the drop in the end, so all good. see if they can do this transition back into vocal as well as they did in verse 1. Yeah, it's like you drop all sense of haste on the song right when the vocals come in to just build it back up again. And they hold the drop back again. Okay, I got it. We're good. Very snappy chorus beat though. It's like crispy snappy. Because then after you get the crash, it kind of like pulsates a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. It's not as sharp now that we get more around it. Nope. Oh, we're gonna be in the middle a little bit. Okay. I like the additional high synth here. I like the gang vocals here. And then back into the full release. Okay. I like the way they did this final chorus here. I kind of wish they drew out that outro a little bit more because I was really enjoying that vibe, but I like that. I don't mean this to like compare and put down one or the other, but in the best way possible, Sandcastle feels like the male version of NMIXX's Passion Fruit. They've got a similar BPM, that kind of quick flowing, fast motion to it, the kind of bounciness to it as well, the quick cadence everywhere you look, but also kind of a groovier song as well. It's like it's a quick, snappy song, but it's quick and snappy in a way where that you kind of just ride the beat as you listen to it. Sandcastle and NMIXX's Passion Fruit, very similar songs in that regard for me. But I mean, I like both songs, so that's where that thought is going to end. But yeah, Sandcastle has a terrific vibe to it that is, I mean, even with that anti-drop, so to speak, or that fake drop for the chorus, the song grooves pretty consistently. Like, even, you know, if we're talking about flow and stuff, second verse, the entire bulk of the second verse is rap, and then it drops into that vocal pre-chorus. Even when the beat kind of steps away and lets the song reset, prepare itself for that chorus release that comes in later than you think it does, you still get that constant kind of forward movement going on. It's still lingering in the background, and you still have that lingering effect there. So even if the beat does technically step away for just a couple of measures or a couple of beats, it's still there in your mind. So that forward movement sensation is still there. And it keeps the song moving forward pretty nicely. So much so that this song feels a lot shorter than 3 minutes 19. It feels like 2:55, 3 minutes around that mark, because this song is constantly moving forward. That's really cool. I had a song earlier today on a different album where it was the other way around. The song was progressing so slow that the song felt like it was 3 minutes, but it was actually like 2:30 something. Really cool that just off of the beat alone, a song can just change sensation just like that. But this is gonna be hard to pick a favorite off this album because they all bring very different things to the table. But the one thing is for certain though, I mean, this might be a sign of, you know, this being an Edenary song at the end of the day, but there's some really clever songwriting stuff, and like the overall quality of the music so far has been top notch. And I'm very familiar with the Edenary team and what they bring to the table musically, having followed ATEEZ very closely for a little while, and having followed Dreamcatcher at a very close level for like 4 or 5 years now. Of course, Eden isn't a part of Dreamcatcher's music team. Olander, Maddox, and until about 2 years ago, Lees, who also was part of the Edenary team, worked on Dreamcatcher and ATEEZ's stuff. So I'm very familiar with what they do, and I like that Edenary sound quality is still there, but this feels like a xikers song. You know what I mean? Cool. Track number 6, the final song on the album. This is Hang Around. Lyrics by Eat No Longer Medics, Pepperoni Olive Balm with Minjae, Sumin, and Yechan. Composition, Eat No Longer Medics, Olive Pepperoni, and Doors, same on arrangement. It almost becomes like a mantra if you say it enough.
Wait. Spotlight on showtime. Drama take 한순간. You're missing out. What? Go down. 시작해 bounce. 기다렸어 시간이 왔어 gotta bounce. Left and right 멈춰 풀어볼까 high. 멈추도 못해 we don't net. 이만 집에 가나.
Hello, Major. What? Again, that balancing of the hard rap verse with the smooth flowy vocal, they do so well.
Then we drop it pop. We make it groovy hop.
Wow, this song really teeters on like being borderline cutesy in places. We're really ramping up the cadence of the flow, aren't we? And then that crash into the vocal section. Oh, that transition is so smooth.
We make it groovy hop. Wait.
Let it bleed over a little bit. Hang Around is complex to say the least. Wow. What an experience to finish the final song on the album with. Like, here's the thing with Hang Around. I like the hard-hittingness of it. Like, it's one of those songs that's very explicitly going to be a hard-hitting type song, right? It's not kind of half-assing it, or it's not trying to weave in something that it isn't. Like, even when it gets super melodic in the pre-chorus, it's so short, and it happens, that transition happens so naturally and so quickly that even if it does go a little bit pretty, you know that it's eventually going to revert back into that hard-hittingness. But when it does, it goes surprisingly bright and cutesy. And that's the key that it's been written in. There's moments in this song, but especially in the chorus, where it's written in a major key, and it's really bright and cheesy in comparison to the rest of the song. And the way it happens is so sudden, and it comes out of nowhere. It catches me off guard every single time. And it's really kind of out of the box thinking. I'm guessing it's the way that the Itinerary team kind of went with trying to, you know, give a little bit of extra energy to the song so that it's not just this simple, hard-hitting, heavy-hitting beat. Add a little bit of, you know, seasoning to it by sprucing it up, getting a little bit of brightness to it. But it comes at you so suddenly that my brain's almost a little bit confused as to how I'm supposed to interpret it. Like, I don't know if admittedly, I don't know the lyrics, and maybe the lyrics will give some more context to it. But having listened to this song, I don't know if I'm supposed to be listening to this with like a little bit of a stank face on because the beat goes really hard, or what, because that chorus confuses me. I like cutesy boy group music. I think cutesy boy group music is quite good fun. You know, some of my favorite boy group songs off the top of my head, like NCT Dream's Dunk Shot. I like Lip Gloss by The Boys. But Hang Around is like, I was fully ready for this to be that, ooh, just this type of song. And then all of a sudden the melody goes cutesy for like one brief moment in the chorus. And I'm thinking, and then it resets back into that hard-hitting song again. And it's like, did that just happen? My brain's confused as to how I'm supposed to process this. The song itself isn't a bad song at all by any means. I will playlist this. I'm just confused. Huh. Oh, Hang Around's really left me on a little bit of a cliffhanger in a way, because I am... Oh, that one's gonna be a little bit of a marination type of thing, because I reckon I'll figure out how I want to listen to this song if I listen to it a little bit more. But I think I need to listen to it a little bit more, because that one might be a little bit of a grower for me. But the overall like mission for listening to this album was to get reacquainted with xikers, and I feel like I got reacquainted with xikers a little bit. I don't remember them being this heavy on the rap side of things, but maybe it's because I missed an era with them. And, you know, admittedly, like the more further we lean into just like more rap, the less I'm going to be familiar with the type of music. But then again, you know, exploration and going out of one's comfort zone should be something that we all do in our day-to-day lives. Like, if we just kind of live every day really comfortable, we're not going to explore new things. And exploring new things is kind of the joy in checking out new music. So, on that side of things, xikers kind of challenging my musical boundaries, so to speak, and making it fun and energetic. Yeah, of course I'm going to be here for it. So, on that side of things, absolutely mission accomplished. Track of the album, though, I genuinely don't know. I really like Witch, that's the thing. Like, Witch is such a unique sound signature in that it really leans into that, you know, that Halloween aesthetic. And seasonal music is always good fun, but seasonal music also has the problem of being seasonal music, right? Like, there's certain times of the year where you listen to it and it just doesn't hit as hard. Like, right now, it's September. We're gonna slowly start seeing, you know, the leaves turning yellow and golden and orange and browns, and the temperature slowly is gonna start to come down. We're gonna go into the Halloween season soon. Now is the time of year for this type of music. If I want to listen to this in December when Christmas season is here, it's not going to hit as hard. And that's the downside of a seasonal song. But at the same time, xikers did the thing with Witch, and they really, like, nailed the assignment. So I kind of have to give it to it. But the B-sides, though, especially that middle bulk, like, back off Bittersweet into Sandcastle, that is a terrific run of songs. Good stuff. But yeah, xikers, a lot of fun. I'm enjoying what they're doing so far. Admittedly, I did miss an album, but I'm enjoying what I've listened to from them so far. It's different, and it's hard, but I'm liking it. Well done, gentlemen. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be, you know, checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day-to-day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.